Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A big play that time out of Chubb. 52 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It got his man complete. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 45 yards. To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy. Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Wentz will keep it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Quickly now a look at the Eagles' offensive starters. And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now. And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit. And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game. Yes, sir. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth? We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right? Yeah. This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns. And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on them on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much? Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They go with Chubb on second down. Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Now Wentz.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The end result, 21 yards. Throwing is Wentz. And that tight end position, it got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Let's bring it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Escapes the defender. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at this.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for the next drive, the tight end, Zach Ertz. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive. So under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Dak Prescott leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here's Wentz to throw.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Wentz. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah.
And
you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now this one complete on the slant route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Let's go.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down, and this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz to throw again. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And quickly they get to the line. Wentz now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Wentz going to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now Wentz and the Eagles down by 12, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Wentz now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Cleveland, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Okay, we're going to do Week 12 highlights, score statistics around the league of the Madden League Season 15, 2019. We got Giants at Ravens, Week 12. Baltimore wins 42 to New York 17. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Redskins. Pittsburgh wins 21, Washington 10. New Orleans Saints at Atlanta. Saints win 42, Atlanta 24. Green Bay Packers at Texans. Houston win 28, Green Bay 25. Kansas City Chiefs at New England Patriots. Patriots win 35, Kansas City 30. LA Chargers at Carolina Panthers. Carolina wins 34, LA Chargers 27. Philadelphia Eagles at Browns. Browns win 35, Philadelphia 30. Minnesota Vikings at Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars win 28, Minnesota 26. Tennessee Titans at Denver Broncos. Broncos win 24, Tennessee 21. Buffalo Bills at Oakland. Oakland Raiders win 33, Buffalo 31. Arizona Cardinals at New York Jets. Arizona wins 49, New York Jets 21. Miami Dolphins at Seattle Seahawks. Seattle wins 42, Miami 14. Indianapolis Colts at Detroit Lions. The Colts win 36, Detroit 19. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at San Fran. San Fran wins 24, Tampa Bay 7. Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys win 29, Cincinnati 17. Los Angeles Rams at the Bears. LA Rams win over the Bears, 38, LA Rams 36. Chicago Bears. Okay, these are all the scores and statistics and highlights around the league in the Madden League Season 15. 2019 live on Devin Smith, PS4 Sports League Network. And I will be coming back at you with some classic Week 13 of the Madden League Season 15, 2019. So you can still see if the Eagles, if we make the playoffs, we're having a bad year. And I'm hoping we can do something with the last little bit of games we have. But hopefully we can still make the playoffs. We'll see. On that note, I'll see you in the next one.